This is Entrepreneur Studio with Patrick Bryant, brought to you by SC Biz News, the Harbor Entrepreneur Center, Code and Trust, trusted co-founders in tech, and our sponsor, Harbor Wealth Management Group.
Matt Vaadi is the CEO of guHRoo, an HR app that is growing, helping small business people, and I am excited to be here at Growth Summit that you founded in Columbia 7 years ago and are growing like crazy. You guys keep tearing the cover off the ball. Why Growth Summit? What, just in one line, what do you get out of doing this nonprofit thing?
Just the impact of the people that come up to you after a session and say, the energy in here is amazing. It is helping me to know that there are others around me that are struggling with the same problems I'm having, that there are people, my tribe are here, and they're coming out and they're not all in their individual caves, and we can come together and do big things and make sure that we're sharing the collision that creates the type of opportunity that people need to take their business to the next level. And every time I hear one of those stories from somebody about what a great time and what they've learned and what they've experienced here, it makes it all worth it, man.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so I know this about you, that you care about people. You didn't go into HR by accident. It's something that's in your soul, that you want employees to be happy and you want to create software that makes people be better employers. So why is that? Take us back to the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey that you really got embedded with that.
Yeah, so I'll take you a little back before. So I grew up poor with a single mother. I was a latchkey kid. They used to be able to just leave and go to work and leave you at home for the night as children. And
with basically no cell phone at all. I mean, you were just...
I could cook hamburgers when I was 10 years old on the stove and just do my thing.
Yeah.
And if I imagine my 10-year-old right now cooking on the stove, that is a thing.
Right. And you're just going to come home in 5 hours and hope it turned out well.
That's right.
Yeah.
But so one night, my mother was a bartender and a waitress. She would typically work 2 or 3 jobs just to keep food on the table for my sister and I, a single mother. And one night I wake up in the morning and she's not there. I got a bunch of voicemails on the recorder. I check them and everybody's saying, "Hey, something happened to your mom and we really need to talk to you about it." And long story short, she was at work late, tending bar. It was just her and another individual in the bar, and the man attacked her and he ended up killing her. And so, that changed my life in a multitude of ways, but what it really did was it sent me into a spiral like it would most people, where I struggled for a long time. I ran with the wrong people. I did a lot of bad things. But then I found a lot of great people on the other side of that. And a lot of that came from my work environment. And so I didn't learn about philanthropy. I didn't learn about what it meant to be a man. I didn't learn about what it meant to be a good community member, what it meant to be a positive member of my environment, until I got around all the right people. And that happened at work. And so you take her work experience, which was obviously tragic, and you take my work experience, and that kind of puts us on this path towards, hey, what does it look like to be a positive member of the community? What does it look like to make an impact? And what does it look like to do good things, great things, before we leave this earth? And so those things have caused me to want more for myself and for our community than just worrying about mine. And so you talked about this event. We give all the proceeds away to nonprofits. Our company gives 5% of our revenue, or 3% of our revenue, 1% of our time, and 1% of our product away to nonprofits. And I owe that all to the great mentors and people that I got around at work. And so I want, my pillage is to create a great culture and a great workplace for others so that they can have that same impact. Because I also know not only do people come from different backgrounds as employees, but entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs think, hey, Matt was born on third base. He's successful just because, he had this going for him and that going for him. They don't know the story. They don't know that we had government assistance up until that point, and that I was basically in foster care with my family after that. And so it's important that we know that there are people out there that have similar trajectory to us, regardless of what that is. We always like to say success leaves clues. And so, hopefully my success, that limited as it is, will leave a clue for somebody else who's been through a similar circumstance. And hopefully the cultures that we impact will have a positive impact on other humans.
Well, there's no doubt that you've had a positive impact on other humans. The Growth Summit is currently happening, and people who are coming up to me after the session telling me what a difference Growth Summit had made to them. And I just admire you and appreciate what you've done for our ecosystem and the tragic loss that started it all, but really was that superhero moment that I think is tragic and painful, but you as a young person figured out how to turn that into a skill that changed the world. So thank you.
Thank you.